Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today guys, I want to tell you a controversial topic, and that is why Canada is so far behind, even behind those third world countries in certain aspects. Now of course I know the fact Canada is one of the world's most developed countries, leading countries in many aspects, including the standard of life and everything, and I made a ton of video about that. But today I want to tell you some things that can be really frustrating for people who lived in other countries other than Canada. And when you start comparing the country where you, for example, were born in, if it's a third world country or something like that, and you realize that your country is far more advanced in that aspect, you might agree or disagree with me. I'm going to tell you guys in this video. First thing is, lots of you have been respectfully asking me to make a drone footage, and I wanted to do that too. You know, it's really cool when you get in a car, you start driving off, the drone is flying behind it, and they shoot at B-roll and everything, and beautiful Peter McKinnon style, Casey Neistat style. Lots of people are trying to be like that guy. Anyways, drone footage is one of the aspects that makes it very cinematic and beautiful. Why haven't I not done anything like that here? Because I'm in Canada, and well, according to the limitations here, you cannot really fly a drone. You're not allowed to fly a drone here. And because the regulation is so ridiculous here, is that if you're close to the airport, and downtown of Calgary is so close to the airport, I can fly a drone there. So national parks like Jasper or Banff, Lake Louise, magnificent place that could, if you make a drone footage there, and there are YouTubers who are way more skilled than me in editing and shooting, they could have made that place so much more attractive. It's ridiculously beautiful, but there is one thing, is that you're not allowed to fly a drone there, and it's a huge penalty if you do. Now if I was to violate it, and I was to go ahead and fly a drone here in Calgary or one of those national parks, there are people who are from Canada on this channel who would go and file a complaint with the government. Then my name is right in the description of this video, and well, I would get fined for it, and it's a hefty amount of money, and they'll be happily to do that. They like to catch YouTubers in that way so that they can show that we are against social media. It can even make it into a news, and maybe they'll get promotion. I don't care, but basically I'll have to pay a lot of money. And of course, another thing is, guys, that Canada is far behind is in terms of, well, internet speeds, connectivity, data plans. My brother in Ukraine, where I was born, he has like 5 GB limit a day. I don't remember, was it 5 or 9 GB limit a day? It doesn't matter. Some of you in Canada have that limit for a month. And his cell phone plan is probably 1/10 of what I'm paying here in Canada, probably even cheaper than that. So that's one thing. And if people are from India, they know that they have internet everywhere they go at any moment from their cell phones. Everything is covered. Not in Canada. Internet speeds are really low. Well, finally, local internet providers have hyped up their game, but in my community, I don't want to mention the names of internet providers, some of them are ridiculously slow. Finally, mine is higher, but the upload speed that I have is maximum 15 megabits. That's it. I don't want to be talking about download speed, because it was ridiculously low a few years ago. Now they hiked it up, finally. But overall, people don't have access to such a fast, reliable internet, and yet they have to pay 10, 15, sometimes 20 times more than what you pay in a third world country. You can argue that, well, labor in Canada is more expensive and everything, but I want to tell you guys that I disagree with that. I know it's more expensive, but also automation is here and advanced in technologies and everything, but for some reason, in terms of internet, well, Canada is behind. Now, one more aspect is gig economy. For example, and starting a business. Now, if you're a bigger company, like Uber, for example, coming into a market here, and you have an army of lawyers and enough money to bend the legislation or get politicians on your side, and get your company running where it's actually really restricted and get the things the way they should be, then maybe you can do that. But if you're a small person like myself, an entrepreneur starting your own business, well, you'll be better off in the United States. And that's why lots of successful people, really successful people I'm talking about, they left for the US just across the border, because there is this American dream part about it. Canada is more way conservative, more restricted in that way, more regulated, complicated, and I would say in certain ways unwilling to change in a way. So unless you have a ton of money to make the change happen, it's more difficult. Now I'll tell you, that's in terms of business. To start a business is one of the easiest countries to start. So there is $300 something. You can go to a registry. What's the time right now? Might be, no, it should be, the sun is going away, but it's not at the end of the day. So you can still I can still go to a registry and register a business today itself. No problem. Maybe $300, $400. But overall, in terms of actually running a business, right now, because of the pandemic, people are going out of business. Lots of people are swamped. They made a shut down all the gyms. Gyms went out of business, pubs went out of businesses. Iconic places in my city here in Calgary went out of business. Barber shops, everyone. It was ridiculously when they did that shutdown. And, well, tons of people unemployed. One of the highest unemployment rates here in Canada because of the COVID-19 situation. And guess what, guys? This month, a few days ago, well, they did the same thing once again. They did a entire shutdown, provincial emergency state, and in Calgary they shut down a bunch of businesses where basically, guys, all the pubs, restaurants, gyms, big places of gatherings, well, basically lots of places are shut down right now, and people would be, well, meeting their Christmas at home in solitude, basically. What I'm trying to say, guys, is that I think it's a ridiculous move. It's a good thing, of course, to isolate like social distancing and everything, but I think in terms of shutting down businesses like that, it's going to just make people bankrupt. Businesses out of business, employees being laid off or fired. It's going to be economical strain in terms of employment insurance, other benefits that people are going to be applying for. It's just really a stupid decision to make like that. I mean, it's good for the community, and I think you can implement some other measures by not fully shutting down everyone and leaving so many people unemployed. People who are working, they are supposed to be working from home now. If not, they have to kind of tell the government why you are still coming to work to the company if it can be done from home. So people are supposed to be working from home. Schools are shut down, and certain grades people are studying from home, and businesses are shut down. That's why if you look at the playground, there are so many people hanging around, because no one has jobs, no one has money. And one of the things that I think Canada is behind in terms of business, first of all, it's difficult to start. I mean, it's easy to start, but it's difficult to get through unless you have licenses, pass through regulations, pass through registrations. You want to be a real estate agent, you need to be a licensed real estate agent. You want to be an immigration consultant, for instance, you need to get the government licensing for that. You cannot just give advices to people. You want to be like, for example, if you look at it, mortgage broker, same thing. You want to do anything in Canada, most of the times it's regulated and you need a license for that, or you cannot go through that business. Everything involves expenses and doesn't guarantee you anything. If you want to be a cab driver, you cannot just drive for cabs and passengers like that. You need a license from the city. You have to be either with one of the rideshare companies, or you need to be driving a cab that's registered with the city. You have to have that license plate that used to cost like $80,000 to get. Plus you need a car, and then guess what you're doing? Well, you're a cab driver. Now because of the Uber, the cost of that plate went down because all the cab drivers are unemployed. Well, they don't get as much calls anymore because Uber has taken most of them. It's cheaper and easier to get it. Technology, guys. What I want to tell you guys is that Canada is still one of the world's most attractive countries. It's a beautiful country, but there are so many ways to improve. One of the things is government really should consider allowing more drones flying around in beautiful places. It will attract customers, tourists. More tourists from around the globe going to be coming here, spending money, billions of dollars every year in Canada, paying taxes, providing jobs for Canadians. That's by flying drones. Just allow YouTubers and TikTokers, whatever, like any social media guys who are making that kind of footage, just promote your country for free. Just let it happen. Let it go. Make it simpler to get a drone in the air and make a beautiful footage for some social channel that's going to help bring more people to the country. Tourists and money. Same thing with businesses. Some legislation have to be a little bit regulation of different occupational fields is good and businesses, but still there should be more opportunities for entrepreneurship and businesses. And of course, I don't think that government should be shutting down places, like fully mandatory, shutting people out of business on bankruptcy and everything at any point, just like they did right now. Limiting is fine, but shutting down, I think, in my personal humble opinion, it's dumb. Lots of things that can improve, and including letting in more companies and competition on the internet terms. There are huge telecommunication companies in other countries who could step into the market, make it more affordable for people, for customers, more reliable speeds, and better service overall. Monopolies are just crushing small people here in Canada. And if you're a small person and you want to succeed, as I said, lots of people end up going elsewhere, like United States. Anyways, guys, I still think Canada is the best place. Not planning to go anywhere so far, and love to see your comments. What do you think about? Do you agree with me, or did I just say a bunch of things that you disagree? I want to hear you out, guys. See you next video. See you in Canada. Bye for now, and well, happy upcoming Christmas. Merry Christmas, guys. It's going to be here soon. I hope you're ready. Bye for now.